This is Rogue Wing, Corlane, or Helen RD over at Starship Modeler. Welcome to the workshop. Okay, I'm going to take a brief break from working on the Mutara to share the latest goodness that came in the mail today. Fresh out of the labs, whatever you want to call them, over at Games Workshop, we have the Dark Eldar Razorwing. The instructions give you first a brief description of the fighter itself, mostly just the blurb of what it's like to have it come across the battlefield at you. And it goes into a very detailed, step-by-step assembly process. Like with most of their newer models, these are all 3D generated pictures of the actual parts rather than the drawings that used to be so prevalent, even showing you the detail in here of how these particular inset pieces will set into place. Continuing through the instructions, and then you've got your various weapon loadout possibilities, including 3 different types of missiles and a few different guns. Gives you a nice 6-view layout of the plane itself. Like with most of Games Workshop's, like with a lot of Games Workshop's models, there isn't really a painting guide. They leave a lot of how you want to detail the model up to the individual modeler. Now, a beautifully printed decal sheet with various Dark Eldar emblems, both in color, and I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but there's some on here in white, basically leaving you tons of options, like shown here on the box, on what you want to do as far as markings go. Looks like several different cabals represented on the markings. The base, fairly basic affair. Looks nice and sturdy though. In the end, this will actually just get glued to the base plate, and this cross section gives you a nice stable mount into the model that won't require glue when the time comes. First up, your clear sprue. Gives you an option of either a half canopy or a full canopy. I guess it depends on how daring your pilot is or what area you're going to be operating in. I'll probably use the full canopy when I do mine. When we get to the part sprues, as you can see, she's actually going to be a fairly good sized plane. Again, it's well detailed. There's some interesting color variations in the plastic, but most of that will disappear with the paint and everything else. You got some pretty good detail on your intake pieces, all your weapons. Missiles have nice, well detailed spines on them. Dark Eldar love their spines. The cockpit tub basically consists of a tub with the legs already molded into the bottom of the cockpit. And then you just assemble the pilot's torso, and the controls here, one piece go into there, and then the actual control yokes are molded into the pilot's hands, get your engines, the bottom of the plane, again, very well detailed. Your rudder, I think I've mentioned that the Dark Eldar love their spikes. They also love their blades, which I think is also part of where this thing gets its name of Razorwing. More of the missile loadout, more of your available guns. All in all, I think it's going to be a very interesting build. Truth be told, I think it's moved up to the top of the build queue after I finish working on the Mutara, mostly because I'm still figuring out how I want to light the fire prism. I don't really want to work on much else right now, and I'll be looking for something a little easier after working on the Mutara. But I would recommend getting this kit. Unlike a lot of their models, this one was actually only about 40 bucks American, and Games Workshop right now doesn't charge any freight for orders over 30 bucks. So I got it for 40 bucks, no shipping. I'm certainly going to enjoy building it. Plan to see it going soon.